Hello out there to my Facebook family. It's attorney Sabrina Thompson, and I am checking in. I know we are living through some very crazy times. And I thought it necessary for me to check in with my online community and to just make a few things known. I'm sure as we all have been seeing some very disturbing events um, in the news media and even here on social media, reading the comments and seeing the various posts and just trying to manage all of it. um, it has raised some real issues, issues that we kind of, we've always known that race in America is a problem. I think that's nothing new, but what we're seeing, the responses we're seeing these days, they do seem, some of them anyway, seem to be new. Um, and so I thought I'd just take a moment today just to make a few comments. So I belong to a number of Facebook groups, many of which are attorney groups. And of course, there's a lot of discussion across the forums right now related to the murder of George Floyd, related to the protesting, related to um, our president and his remarks, and so on and so forth. But I saw a very interesting exchange on one of the forums that I'm in. It's an attorney forum. And one woman, an attorney, a non black attorney, decided that she wanted to post her support for the Black Lives Matter movement by simply changing her profile picture to the phrase, "No justice, no peace." And she received some pushback from who she referred to as her close friend, who was another woman, another female attorney, also non black, who encouraged her to be careful about posting that because that woman thought that it could be some type of ethical violation on the part of the woman for taking such a position. And so the discussion was around whether it's okay for attorneys to, um, be political, which almost seems um, oxymoronic, the question, because, almost by nature of the profession, it's almost necessary to be political in the type of work that we do. But the woman who posted the profile of "No Justice, No Peace" was very sincere. The non-black woman attorney was very sincere in her quest to understand if she's doing anything wrong by stating her unequivocal anti-racist position. And the woman who was giving her the pushback turned out to actually be a criminal defense attorney. So, all of that to say, I mean, that was a lot of background to really get to this point, people. You need to know your lawyer's position on things like Black Lives Matter. Here we have a woman who is a criminal justice attorney who is afraid to be known as an advocate of Black Lives Matter. I mean, the layers of the problems, of the issues that poses, it's so deep. I can't even get into all of that right here and right now. But the purpose of this post is to remind each of you that when you're choosing an attorney, it really is important to know what their positions are, particularly in light of what we're seeing today, because we know that the criminal justice system is racist. A lot of times we hear the phrase, "Oh, the criminal justice system is broken and we have to fix it." No, it's not broken. It is functioning exactly the way it was designed. It is a system that was set up to oppress Black and brown people. That's its purpose, okay? So that it is functioning in that way means that it is performing the way it was designed to perform. Now, yes, we do need to reform it. We have to change it. And there is great work, many efforts that are being done to further that. But the fact that, that is the effect, that's exactly what it was supposed to do. But to know that there are actors in positions of, posing as allies is very problematic, right? Many times I've had conversations with potential clients who are seeking a defense attorney, and when it comes down, when it comes time to talk about money, it can be difficult, right, for some people because attorney's fees are expensive. I mean, that's just what it is. It takes a lot of time and effort and funds to do the work that has to be done in defending a case. I have a staff that I have to pay. There's a team of investigators that has to do work. There's paralegal work that has to be done. There's legal administrative work that has to be done. And not to mention my time, right? That has to be accounted for. So it's expensive. But oftentimes when I'm having discussions with potential clients about the fees that are required to have me represent them, there's a pause, right? And I've had this discussion with other attorneys, particularly attorneys, non-black attorneys, right? And it's not necessarily the same. And I just sometimes wonder why it is that our folks have such a hard time paying people that look like them and trusting people that look like them, but that's not necessarily the case with non-black lawyers. And it's especially concerning when I see posts from a white criminal defense attorney who's saying that apparently all lives matter, that she's afraid to take a political stand against racial injustice. And so I'm wondering, what are you telling your clients? How are you defending these people in this insidious, inherently racist system if you can't even step up and identify as an anti-racist attorney? So, I'm riled up today, y'all. I am riled up today, and I just, had to jump on here and take a moment to remind you that it really is important to support Black attorneys, to hire them, to use their services, because some of these others may seem like they are for you, holistically, the whole you, but that's not necessarily the case. And I know that, that's not to say that all non-black attorneys are dishonest or inauthentic. I mean, that's certainly not the case. But the point of today's post is to know your attorney's positions, particularly on matters of race, because every aspect, every facet of the American legal system involves race. Okay, it is a racist system. You know what I mean? So if you have a legal matter, trust and believe race is implicated in one way or another. And it's important for you to have an attorney who unequivocally identifies as an anti-racist individual to make sure that your objectives are, being advanced. So that's all I have for today, folks. As always, you can reach me here if you have any questions, comments. You can also call me at 301-245-7449 if you need criminal defense or immigration representation. Talk to you soon.